All right, here's another example of a compound interest or depreciation question that's going to be looking for a different variable. So we have Demi, who invests $6,000 in a savings account that earns 4% interest, compounded semi-annually. How many years will it take for her investment to grow to $7,200? We need to round to one decimal place. So what do we know? We know the final value. What do we want in our account at the end? 7,200. How much money did she initially deposit? Well, that comes from right here, $6,000. We know the annual interest rate, that is 4%. We also know how many times it's going to compound within a year. It's semi-annually. So it's going to occur twice within a year. What we don't know is how many years will it take to go from 6,000 to 7,200. So we're looking for n in this case. So we can use our formula, plug in everything that we know. Final value, 7,200. Starting value is 6,000. R value is 4. K, how many times it compounds? Twice a year. The mystery is the n value, how many years. So again, we can use numeric solver to help us speed through this, but you can also solve it by hand. So let's use numeric solver. E1 is going to be the left side of my equal sign. So 7,200. Then on the bottom, I'm going to have 6,000 times 1 plus 4% interest over 100 times my K value. How many times is it compounding? Again, my K value now in the exponent position. And for n, I'm going to use x. When I have everything, I can now drop down. I'm going to put in just a 1, alpha, enter. There we go. So I got, rounded to one decimal, it's going to be 4.6, right? I look at the 6 that's in the first place after the decimal. The number to the right of that 6 is 0. So in this case, we do not round up, we round down to 4.6. So roughly, it's going to take Demi about 4.6 years right here for her investment to grow to 7,200. Now, the one thing about this is sometimes when you're using your calculator multiple times, you're going to get something where it's going to have a value. Let's say, you're going off of a previous calculation and you have a really large number in there. And if I press solve, it's going to think. You can see in the top right corner near the battery, it's thinking. And then I get an error. It's called overflow. So what's happening is the calculation exceeds the range of values this machine is able to display. So you can think of this. Let's say we're in the classroom. You forget your backpack. And instead of telling your friend, hey, can you go and look for my backpack in the classroom, you say, hey, look all the way down at the end of the parking lot, right? Well, your friend's going to look all the way at the end of the parking lot down here and not find your backpack. And they're going to get frustrated. They're like, I can't find it. That's essentially what you're telling the calculator. You're telling the calculator, look at the value of number, or how many years it's going to take, close to the number of 1,000 or 12,500. But the number is really close to within 100 years, right? So it's looking at this very large number and getting very frustrated because it can't find it. So this is kind of the limitations of numeric solver, but also you can just think about it. I should have my guess right before I tell it to solve to have a number really close. So I can even put 100 and it should be fine. Yeah. So try to keep the number down low, knowing that your value should be low as well. So in this case, again, it's going to take Demi about 4.6 years. I want you guys to try your skills with the next few problems. Remember, don't overflow your calculator, but if you do, you know how to change it. So if you have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.